We are discussing a voltage shunt feedback amplifier. I tell this Parvati Vaddar to add to that Google. Now we'll continue the voltage shunt feedback amplifier discussion. Bandwidth with feedback we have already discussed in the previous case. Gain bandwidth product is constant for 741 and FF equal to F naught into bracket 1 plus AB. This we have discussed, and substituting a F naught value which you have in the equation number 3.21. So we get a UGB by A 1 plus AB. Even though AB, AA if you think cancelled, automatically FF will be more compared to your simple F naught. So this is a bandwidth with feedback. Let us go to the next. Current to voltage converter. Current to voltage converter, if we replace the Vin and R1, we have discussed this side we had a Vin source, R1 resistor, it will give the IN current. All of us know as input resistance of the op amp is very high, IN will be equal to the same current through the RF. So this particular circuit, current voltage converter, is helpful in many applications. For example, sensing the current from photodetectors. Even we use it in D to A converter, which we are going to discuss in the last unit or last chapter. We are going to use this current to voltage converter. And try to understand, the diagram is there in the next slide also. We know that V0 by Vin equal to minus RF by R1, we had done the derivation already. Therefore, I can write, one minute. A current to voltage converter, this side, hope all of you are remembering, we had a Vin source, R1 resistor and RF resistor, this side we had. Now, I can replace this voltage and resistor by IN current. And all of us know IB will be very, very less. I can say 0. Reason is the input resistance of the op amp is very high or infinity. Hence, IB will be 0. Whatever the current is there, the same current will flow through the RF. So, this particular circuit is useful in many, many applications. To name a few, sensing current from photodetector we can use. Or even in last chapter, last video we are going to discuss about a D to A converter. There also we are going to use a current to voltage converter. So, the diagram is there in the next slide. All of you know V0 by Vin equal to minus RF by R1, we have already done the derivation. Or I can write V0 equal to minus Vin by R1 into RF, just I have rearranged. And all of us know V1 equal to 0. V1 is almost equal to V2. We have discussed the virtual ground concept in the previous class. And Vin divided by R1 equal to IN. This current is given by. This becomes a virtual ground. Therefore, IN equal to Vin divided by R1. So now, I can say V0 is equal to minus IN into RF. Please try to understand. Output voltage is nothing but from this point to ground, or from this point to virtual ground. Both are same. So therefore, V0 equal to minus IN into RF is a V0 or output voltage. And from this equation you can understand the output voltage is directly proportional to the IN. If the IN increases, V0 increases. If the IN decreases, V0 decreases. So just copy down this diagram and these 3 lines. You have a 40 seconds. So with phase shift you will get inverter. RF equal to R1, note down the 2 lines. If R1 equal to RF, the gain becomes minus 1 because R1 and RF I am choosing same values. The circuit is same, only I am choosing R1 equal to RF, and because of that V0 and divided by Vin will become equal to minus 1. Take another 6 seconds and then you will go to the next line. Hardly 2 lines you have to copy. So let us go to the next slide. This is summary. Instead of only this summary, whole summary you can see it. For non-inverting as well as for inverting. You can take a snapshot also if you want, or in the video it will be available. Later also you can take a snapshot and try to remember. Go through, take 1 minute. The summary, voltage gain, gain of the feedback circuit, input resistance, output resistance, bandwidth, and total output offset voltage in case of non-inverting amplifier, in case of inverting amplifier. So please remember, input resistance is more in case of non-inverting or inverting. Just see this, observe this, because most of the equations are same. Only the gain and input resistance are different in case of when you compare inverting and non-inverting amplifier. So let us go to the next. These two you have to remember. So you have time. Those who are smart, those who are thinking fast, they can type their answer in the chat box how they do it, or they can take a question and they can do it later. Remaining they can do one now. You have maximum 2 minutes. Somebody can do for -12, somebody can do 1, somebody can do -1, somebody can do it for -0.8, somebody can do it for 0.8. How you choose, whether will you choose inverting or non-inverting amplifier, or then followed by R1 value, RF value, you have to type in the chat box for any particular gain. For example, -1, just now I have told, somebody can type for that. -0.8 I need. What should be the R1 and RF? Will you use inverting and non-inverting? 3 words I want. Inverting or non-inverting, R1 value, RF value. Just type in your chat box for any gain. Take a 1 more minute. I want randomly you do it. Don't go for 1, 2, 3, 4. Somebody can start with the -12. Somebody, those who are good, they can try for 0.8. Just type your answer. Will you go for inverting or non-inverting? That's the first word. Second word, you are supposed to type R1 and RF values. R1 and RF values you have to type in the chat box. That will be your attendance. For example, just now I told -1. At least you can type that also, no? Use your common sense. -1 equal to. I had to choose both same. Will you go for inverting or non-inverting amplifier? That you have to type one word followed by some values of R1 and RF. You can say even a ratio of R1 and RF also. Okay, Pooja has typed. Inverting amplifier R1 RF equal to 12. Okay, you can write 12K or something. Non-inverting for -1. I don't know how Siddharth is going to use non-inverting for -1. And Anusha is telling inverting amplifier. See, you are supposed to type gain value. For which gain? Yeah, Shreya has typed. Very good, Shreya. She is telling -1. RF and R1 she is taking 10K and she is using an inverting amplifier. Thank you, Shreya. Very good. Hardly 3 words is enough to explain or how you are going to do. And Rakshita is typing inverting for -1. No, you are supposed to type the way how Shreya has typed. It can take another few seconds, and please try to do it for any one. Either 8.8. Okay, everybody is typing now. Please type a non-inverting equal to 1 means what? Rajat, Rohit. I told your friend has typed so nicely. Which amplifier you are using for this particular design? And for -12 you are doing, or 1 or 0.8, -0.8 you are doing. Yeah. Srirang has typed R1 RF values will take 0.8 for inverting. Inverting, if you take 0.8, it will become 1.8. Srirang. Please think on that, Srirang. Shreya has typed again. And non-inverting amplifier she will use for gain equal to 1. Non-inverting, if you use gain equal to 1, what will happen? 1K if you take Shreya, it will become 1 plus RF by R1, it will become 2 Shreya. It will not become 1. And Rohit said R1 auto 10K for non-inverting, gain equal to -1. Yeah. Non-inverting, when you say the gain is 1 plus RF by R1, and it becomes 1 plus 10K by 10K, it will become 2. Aditi is typing inverting for gain Oh, many has typed. I think minus 1 RF. Okay, this is correct. For when anybody is trying for 0.8 or minus 0.8, yeah. Now everybody is typing. The Shreya, the way how she typed, I like. Even Sumati has typed so nicely. Gain equal to 1, sir. Gain equal to 1, Sumati. You are using inverting? Okay. Gain equal to 1, inverting is not possible. Minus 1 it will become. And Totashri is typing gain equal to minus 1, okay. And other gain I want. Somebody should type for minus 12, somebody should try for minus 0.8, somebody should try for 0.8. Okay, minus 1 Sumati, okay. Rakshita, non-inverting, when she is taking gain equal to minus 1. When you say non-inverting, it's 1 plus RF by R1. When you say inverting, it's minus RF by R1. These two equations you are supposed to remember. Take it as a homework. Next class I will give the time. You people can type properly for all these gains. Okay. Let us go to the next now. Thanks for typing your answers. Now we will talk about a differential amplifier. We have two options. One is using one op amp. Another differential amplifier using a two op amps. Just copy down the two words. Classification we have using one op amp and there is a two op amp. What is the comparison? What is the difference? Which is better? Why it is better? Those things we are going to discuss now. You take another 10 seconds and copy down differential amplifier with one op amp, differential amplifier with two op amp. Thank you Akshay, Ulvesh, Apu, Rakshita and Parvati. Parvati, I think. Okay. You please try to add your email ID to that Google group, yaar. Otherwise, every time I have to admit, it will become difficult. Please, later you can contact me in the afternoon. We'll see. Let us go to the next. We'll see one by one now. A differential amplifier with one op amp. See here. It is a combination of inverting and non-inverting amplifier. Because for inverting also I am giving a some input. For non-inverting also I am giving a some input. Observe here carefully. Vx equal to 0. Circuit acts as a non-inverting amplifier. When Vx is 0, Vy only I am applying. To which terminal you are applying? Non-inverting. Hence it acts as a non-inverting amplifier. Observe the circuit carefully. Hey, see here. Yeah, got it? Now, Vy equal to 0. Circuit is inverting because Vy you are making 0. Vx only you are applying. You are applying to the inverting terminal. Hence, the circuit acts as a inverting amplifier. So, circuit acts as inverting as well as non-inverting amplifier. See here, you can stop doing that, Pavan. Thank you for sharing your answer. You can stop doing that work. You can do it in the homework afternoon. You will be free tomorrow. So, day after tomorrow or tomorrow if I have a class, I will give you the time to share that. Okay. You can stop doing that. Please concentrate on this so that you can understand. Now, so this is a conclusion which you have to remember. It acts as an inverting as well as non-inverting amplifier. Now, I will give the time for you people to copy down this circuit for 30 to 40 seconds you can take. Op amp, inverting terminal I am giving a Vx, non-inverting terminal I am giving a Vy. R1 and RF I am taking, R2 and R3 I am taking. R1 equal to R2, RF equal to R3 I will take. R1 equal to R2 and R1 equal to R2, RF equal to R3. Just copy down the circuit diagram. Anyway, in the next slide, this circuit is there. Let us go to the next. Yeah, two inputs are there. One is a Vx and there is a Vy. And Vy equal to 0, circuit acts as the inverting amplifier. And output due to Vx only. Okay, listen here. I am giving only Vx. Think that it is grounded. What is the output equation? Can you type in the chat box? I repeat the question. This is 0. Vx I am applying. This is an inverting terminal. What is the output voltage equation? Some equation is there, na? For inverting amplifier. What is that gain equal to? Can you type in the chat box? Just now I asked you to design and many people were showing their answers, and here I told equation for inverting and non-inverting. Very good. Pavan, Vinayak, minus RF by R1. Rajat, thank you very much. So this is one important point you have to remember. For inverting, most of the students they are told it is a minus RF by R1, sir. Yeah, minus RF by R1, Vx I am applying as an input. So hence, this is the equation for Vox. Vox means V0 due to Vax. Similarly, thank you, Vinod, Sita, Diksha and Kirti. Observe parallelly. Now Vx equal to 0, circuit acts as a non-inverting amplifier. When I give Vy only, what will be the output? Can you say? When I give Vy only, what might be the output? Equation you write down completely. Gain all of you know. What is the gain? All of you know for non-inverting. So far Nischal, everybody has typed. Srirang, Omkar has typed for inverting. What is a non-inverting equation? Just now, yeah, Preeti, thank you. You have typed 1 plus RF by R1. Muttu has typed for inverting. Vinayak, Abhinandan, Srirang, all are typing 1 plus RF R1. Take a few seconds. Try to type output voltage equation completely. V0 dash equal to. I'll see somebody may write correctly. I have not explained, but let me see how my students can use their brain. Gain is okay, 1 plus RF by R1, I agree. Total output voltage now, V0 dash equal to, I want 1 plus RF by R1 into what? Is it Vy or something else? Ritin, Apu, Totashri, these are okay, thank you. Nishchal Shetty, correct. I want total V0 dash equal to, what is that? 1 plus RF by R1 into what? Can you type? Divya, Ritin, Apu, all are telling gain only. But I want V0 equal to 1 plus RF by R1 into something. What is that? Is it a Vy or something else? All of you know, whenever I am giving any input, it will multiply 1 plus RF by R1 into whatever I am applying it to the non-inverting terminal. What I am applying a non-inverting terminal in this? I am applying CT. Somebody has typed Vx minus, no, non-inverting only. Anybody can observe, write down. Vy is not correct. Rakshita, thank you for your answer, but it is not correct. Vy, I am not applying to the non-inverting terminal. Voltage is different. Use your common sense. I have written here. I am applying V1. See here. I am applying V1. Even though I am applying Vy will not go completely here because some drop will be there at the R2. Very good, Sri Harsha. This is a R1. How to write R1? R1 equal to R3 by R2 plus R3 into Vy. So this is a input what I am giving. Output due to Vy alone is what? Voy. It is given by 1 plus RF by R1 into V1. So all of you know V1 equal to R3 by R2 into R3 into Vy. Now you take a few seconds and try to copy down this particular slide. I'll show you again this slide. So now you people can copy down fast. You have 1 minute time. I'll give you complete 1 minute because you already understood. Copy down fast. Voy is what? Vox is what? I repeat. Vox we got. Voy we got. Voy equal to, simply I am assuming R1 equal to R2, R3 equal to RF equal to R3, and I am simplifying. I got RF into Vy. I am adding these two so that I will get a total output voltage. I am writing minus RF by R1 into Vx plus RF by R1 into Vy. Now RF by R1 is a common. I will take RF by R1 common. Inside I got a Vx minus Vy. Vx minus Vy I will write as a Vxy. And V0 becomes equal to minus RF by R1 into Vxy, or AD gain equal to minus RF by R1. Just copy down, take a 1 minute and try to understand how I got Voy, because I am assuming R1 equal to R2 and RF equal to R3, and Vox is from the previous slide. Simply I am adding these two. I am getting AD equal to minus Rf by R1. Now input resistance. Please try to understand, it's very simple. Diagram is with you, no need to copy again and again. Vy equal to 0, inverting amplifier, Rifx equal to R1. So let us consider this 0, I have made it 0. Now from this point, if I see the resistance, this is a virtual ground. So resistance will become R1. And similarly for Rify, from this point, if I see the resistance, input resistance up to ground, I have R2 plus R3. Got it? So in this case R1, why only R1 sir? This is a ground. From this point to ground, it is a virtual ground. From this point to virtual ground is nothing but R1. From this point to ground is nothing but R2 plus R3. Note down these two lines. We have discussed the gain. We have discussed the input resistance for Vx, where you are applying, and another point where you are applying Vy. Now let us go to the next slide. Diagram, it is there in your notebook, don't copy again. Only two words, Rifx equal to Rify equal to. Let us go to the next. Now a differential amplifier with the two op-amps. Now why I have to go for two op-amps? When you derive the equation for input resistance, you will come to know. Now you copy down this particular diagram. Gain and input resistance can be increased by using a two op-amp. That is the reason why we go for two op-amps. Copy down the circuit diagram. Hope all of you copied. Let us go to the next slide. Observe carefully. Output voltage Vz of this I am talking, first stage. Is it inverting or non-inverting? Observe here, it is inverting or non-inverting. Input I am applying to the non-inverting terminal, hence the gain is given by 1 plus Rf by R1. Now I have taken R3 and R2, therefore 1 plus R3 by R2 input what I am giving, that will be the Vz. And coming back to this V0 now. I wrote for Vz, now I am talking about V0. So write down the equation, applying the superposition theorem, add both the result due to inverting terminal, due to non-inverting terminal. V0 equal to minus Rf by R1 into Vz. This is the inverting terminal A, observe here, it is the inverting terminal, gain is given by minus Rf by R1, input is what? Vz. For another terminal, non-inverting terminal, I have a equation 1 plus Rf by R1 into Vx. Just Vz value I will substitute and I will simplify. Observe carefully. You can copy down these two lines. Next slide. The steps, simplification step. After filling a Vz I will show you. In this step what I am doing, I am substituting the value of Vz in equation 27. Just I am writing wherever Vz is there 1 plus R3 by R2 into Vy, and I am simplifying. Since R1 equal to R3 and Rf equal to R2, we are assuming, just for simplifying the derivation, we will get 1 plus Rf by R1 into Vy plus 1 plus Rf by R1 into Vx. I will take 1 plus Rf by R1 common, and Vx minus Vy I will get, because it is minus Vy, it is a plus Vx. And AD equal to V0 by Vxy equal to 1 plus Rf by R1. This is the gain equation what I got. Take a minute or more than 1 minute if you want. Copy down this and try to understand. Now let us go to the input resistance. See, input resistance, nothing is there. Directly I am giving it to the op-amp input. No resistor, nothing in between. So therefore, Rifx equal to Ri into bracket 1 plus AB. This derivation you have done already. Similarly for Vy also, directly I am giving to the op-amp. Therefore, it is given by Ri into bracket 1 plus AB. Just note down, take another 10 seconds. Note down Ri into bracket 1 plus AB. Rify equal to Rifx equal to 1 plus Ri into bracket 1 plus AB. That's all. And this derivation you have done. When you are giving directly to the op-amp input terminal, and if you have a negative feedback, Then the input resistance is given by Ri into bracket 1 plus AB. A derivation is done. If you do not remember, then it is dangerous. Always have to recall gain of the inverting is given by minus Rf by R1. Non-inverting is given by 1 plus Rf by R1. Summary also I have shown you. Input resistance is increased by 1 plus AB. 1 plus AB is a common, either it will increase or decrease. That also I have told you many times in the class. In the summary also I have shown you. Let us go to the next. Now input offset voltage compensation we will discuss. Input offset voltage we have discussed in the beginning. It will be there. Even though we are using a same IC, we are writing, we have Q1 and Q2 two transistors in the same IC, sometimes they may not match. Because of that, some input offset voltage I had to give to make output equal to 0. What is that? For a MUS741, it is a plus or minus 6 millivolts maximum. Sometimes I may have to give 1 millivolt plus or 1 millivolt minus to make output 0. In our lab, we will not do that. But in some specific application, if it is needed, we may do it. So take another 10 to 20 seconds, note down 1 or 2 words from this. At least for 741, input offset voltage I have to apply plus or minus 6 millivolts maximum so that I can make output equal to 0. It is not universal, it depends on the op amp. For each op amp it may be different. How you will come to know? The data sheet of the op amp will be having all the information. Now you copy down only one word. For 741 VIO equal to plus or minus 6 millivolts. And what is the input offset voltage we have discussed already in the previous chapter. Let us go to the next. This is a op amp where we have internal compensation, and MUS741 is internally compensated. And in most of the time in the lab we never use pin number 1 and 5. Somebody might be having a doubt that time. All pins we are using not 1 and 5. 1 and 5 we use like this connection to make output is 0 when inputs are 0. Sometimes when we are not using this, we may get a little output offset voltage. That doesn't matter in our day-to-day experiments, hence we are not doing it. No sir, I want to test it. Whenever you take a op amp, ground these two and connect like this and vary this potentiometer so that output will become 0. Okay, take another 10 seconds and copy down this. Same op amp circuit, inputs I am giving 0, 0 and offset pin number 1 and 5 I am just varying so that I will make output equal to 0. Just try to remember this. And if internal compensation is not there, for such ICs we have to design a resistive network. We will show that in the next slide. Offset voltage compensating network we can design. So this is a general we are discussing now. How to do it? Sir, I don't have pin number 1 and 5. It is a different op amp where I want to make output equal to 0. How to do it? VOO it is, output offset voltage equal to 0. How to do it? Say one terminal I will ground it. Second terminal I do the arrangement like this. I have RA, I have RB, I have RC. Now, if it is at the center, it will be 0. If I move towards above, it will become towards a plus VCC, maximum plus VCC. If I am moving towards this side, maybe clockwise or anti-clockwise if I am doing, it will go towards a minus VE. So I can vary this voltage from minus VE to plus VCC. That much is not needed actually. A little voltage either plus towards a plus VCC or towards minus VE, little bit if I rotate, automatically output will become 0. So copy down this particular circuit. And this side later you can connect some input. Beginning you can make 0, then you can connect some input. After making output offset voltage equal to 0, we can give some input and you can use this as a non-inverting amplifier. But network is connected to the inverting. If I am using opposite, okay, you can just, that also I will show you in the next slide. Now those who have copied, what is the resistance I'll get maximum or at this point, T point? What will be the resistance maximum I'll get at this point? Think that this is grounded, this is grounded. Use your common sense and type your answer in the chat box. This is grounded, this is grounded. At this point I am checking the resistance. How much resistance I'll get? Type your answer in the chat box. It may be wrong also. If you type, I'll give the time. Otherwise, I'll skip and I'll tell you the answer and I'll go. If you want discussion, you type your answer. Otherwise, we'll go for the next slide. Even I can finish the portion fast. Type it. Question is very simple. This is grounded. This is grounded. Array is it. Center I am taking. Measuring a resistance. How much it will be? Maximum. Okay, then let us go to the next. So I am showing you what I asked. So RA by 2 will be there when it is in the middle. So resultant what I will get is RA by 2 parallel to RA by 2. It will become RA by 4. Voltage is maximum plus VCC minus VE. So equivalent circuit becomes, that I will show in the next slide. If you want, you can copy down these 3 circuits, or if you have understood this, then you can simply copy down 2 lines. But anyway, I'll give the 1 minute completely for you people. And compared to previous classes, those who are studying in 6th semester, 8th semester, this class students are very, very, very poor in interaction. And this is dangerous for you people also. Whenever question is asked, you are supposed to answer whether it's right or wrong. If you do not interact, then it's not good for you. Many staff were complaining. This is a batch where they never interact compared to other batches. Or if you have any other problems, you can talk to your representatives. They can make a phone call to me, they can talk to me, we can discuss, we can have Google Meet to discuss this only separately. If you want extra class, I am ready to take extra class. You people can tell the timing. Afternoon if you want, I can take extra class, 3-4 extra class I want to take actually. Now this is a circuit. I'll get R max, T as it is, remaining RB and RC I'm writing as it is. So this is a V2 equal to equation, all of you know how I can write. V2 equal to this RC divided by whole resistance, that we have written V2 equal to. Copy down this itself is a VIO I am giving to the op amp so that I can make output equal to 0. If you assume RB's value is high compared to your RC and R max, then equation is reduced to RC only, RB only. Then I can write RC divided by all these equal to RB only into V max. V max may be plus VCC or minus VE. So V2 equal to VIO, which I am giving to the op amp to make output equal to 0. So Vmax may be either VCC or VE. Let us take it as a V. And VIO equal to final equation I can write RC by into V divided by RB or RC by RB into V. I'll wait for another few seconds. Try to copy down. Now let us go to the next because portion is more also. Now, compensated non-inverting amplifier with feedback. So now, non-inverting terminal I am giving some input. Before giving, I will make it 0. First, I will vary this array. I will ensure output equal to 0. Then I will apply it. Copy down this circuit diagram. And note down the V naught equal to also. But remember, we are assuming RB is greater than RA, RA is greater than RC. I got V naught equal to 1 plus RF by R1 plus RC. Yes, gain variation will be there. Earlier we used to write for non-inverting 1 plus RF by R1. But now the equation, a slight change will be there. 1 plus RF by R1 plus RC I will get. Assuming RB is greater than RA, RA is greater than RC. Now let us go to the next. Compensated inverting amplifier. Sir, I want to give input to the inverting amplifier, inverting terminal. So this circuit you are connecting to the non-inverting side. That's all. There's no discussion further. So gain will not change. Why gain will not change? I am not disturbing this part. Minus RF by R1 will remain as it is. That's all. So copy down this circuit. There is no output offset voltage. What I do? I will make it 0. This also 0. This potentiometer I will vary. When I vary this potentiometer, automatically sometime it will become 0. Then I will apply two inputs. Copy down this. This is a differential amplifier with offset voltage compensating network. A voltage follower with the offset voltage compensating network. When I connect compensating network, gain will be disturbed. So one point which you have to remember. Note down the gain equation, circuit diagram, cutoff frequency. A break frequency is what? A break frequency is a point at which gain changes, or sometimes we call that as a cutoff frequency also. Both are same. Frequency response you have already done in your third sum, fourth sum also you are doing it. What is the frequency response? Everybody knows. As it, you can see exactly how the output gain and the phase changes over the range of different frequencies. You are using even in the control engineering also. And necessary condition for oscillations, all of you have studied in your third semester. Gain should be greater than 1, loop gain, and phase shift should be 360. What is that called as? Some criteria you say, no? Barkhasen's criteria. You might have studied in your third semester. And these conditions, if it true, automatically the amplifier will start acting as a oscillator. And for non-inverting amplifier, there is an additional phase shift will be there, even for inverting also. And usually phase shifts are greatest at the higher frequencies. This one point you please try to remember. And at some frequency, when total phase shift will become 360, and I am using op-amp for more than one gain, automatically loop gain is more than 1 and phase shift becomes 360. My amplifier becomes oscillator. We call it as unstable. These things in depth you are going to study in your control engineering by writing an equation whether the system is unstable or unstable, and you will find their gain margin and phase margin. There is a link with all these things. Please try to correlate and try to understand. And amplifier should not oscillate, sir. Then what is the solution? We all of us know. These are the two responsible. Gain, loop gain is greater than 1, phase shift is 360. Automatically oscillations will start. To avoid that, either I have to reduce the gain or I have to reduce the phase shift. How to do it, sir? We have a compensating circuits to reduce the gain or phase shift. So today I think it's almost time is over. So I'll conclude, and I'll be here for another 3-4 minutes to have a discussion with students if they have any problems, if they have any doubts, any other things if they want to ask. I'll be here for another 3-4 minutes, and today's class I'll conclude. Take care. Thank you for attending the class, and I'll be here for another few minutes. You can ask your doubts.